Welcome to Wisdom Candle, where we shed light on important topics to help you live a better life. Today, we're diving into a crucial subject that affects millions of people worldwide: dementia. It's a condition that robs people of their memories and cognitive abilities, slowly altering their lives in heartbreaking ways. But here's the thing: dementia is not just something you have to accept as inevitable. In fact, research has shown that the foods we eat can play a significant role in whether we develop it or not. Imagine having the power to protect your brain health simply by making smarter food choices. Sounds empowering, doesn't it? Well, in today's video, we'll be exploring 7 foods that you need to be mindful of because they've been shown to trigger dementia. From processed foods to artificial sweeteners, we'll reveal what to avoid in your diet to keep your brain functioning at its best. Let's get started. 1. Processed foods, the silent brain. Saboteurs. Processed foods are often marketed as convenient, quick, and tasty options for a busy lifestyle, but their long-term effects on the brain can be devastating. These foods are packed with unhealthy fats, sugar, and salt, ingredients that, when consumed in excess, can cause inflammation in the brain, which is a major contributor to cognitive decline. Many processed foods, including fast food, packaged snacks, and sugary drinks, contain chemicals and preservatives that may disrupt brain function. These chemicals can impair your ability to think clearly, concentrate, and remember important details. Over time, this constant onslaught of unhealthy ingredients could even lead to early onset dementia. What's even more concerning is that these foods can create a vicious cycle. As your brain becomes inflamed, your ability to make good dietary choices may decline as well. That's why it's essential to limit your intake of processed foods, opting instead for whole, nutrient-rich foods like fresh fruits, vegetables, and lean proteins. 2. Red meat. The overconsumption. Red meat has long been a staple in many diets, but consuming it in excess could significantly increase your risk of dementia. The culprit here is saturated fat, which is abundant in red meat like beef, lamb, and pork. When consumed in large quantities, these fats can build up in your arteries and blood vessels, leading to reduced blood flow to the brain. The brain thrives on a steady supply of oxygen and nutrients, which is carried by blood. When blood flow is restricted, cognitive function declines, and this can accelerate the onset of dementia. In addition, red meat has been linked to higher cholesterol levels, which is another factor that can lead to cognitive impairment. To protect your brain health, consider switching to leaner sources of protein, such as poultry, fish, and plant-based options like beans, lentils, and tofu. These alternatives are not only better for your brain, but also promote overall health and well-being. 3. Trans fats, the worst fats for your brain. Trans fats, often found in fried foods, baked goods, and margarine, are one of the worst types of fats you can consume when it comes to brain health. These artificial fats are created through a process called hydrogenation, which makes them solid at room temperature. While they may increase the shelf life of processed foods, they also raise cholesterol levels, which can damage blood vessels and reduce blood flow to the brain. High cholesterol is a key risk factor for dementia because it can lead to plaque buildup in the brain, disrupting normal cognitive function. Trans fats also increase inflammation throughout the body, which includes the brain. Chronic inflammation can damage brain cells, making it more difficult for you to remember things or think clearly. To protect your cognitive function, always check food labels for partially hydrogenated oils and avoid products that contain trans fats. Instead, cook with healthy fats like olive oil, avocado, or coconut oil, which are known to have protective effects on brain health. 4. High sodium foods. The brain blood flow blockers. A high sodium diet is a significant risk factor for hypertension or high blood pressure, which can wreak havoc on your brain. When your blood pressure is elevated, it strains your blood vessels and reduces the flow of oxygen-rich blood to the brain. This decrease in blood flow can impair cognitive function, leading to memory problems and difficulties with concentration. Foods that are high in sodium, such as processed snacks, canned soups, and salty convenience foods, can contribute to high blood pressure and increase your risk of developing dementia. It's essential to limit your intake of these foods and opt for fresh, whole foods that are naturally low in sodium. One simple way to reduce your sodium intake is to avoid packaged foods and cook more meals at home using fresh ingredients. Adding herbs and spices to your dishes can help enhance flavor without relying on salt. 5. Sugary drinks, the sweet culprits of cognitive decline. Sugary beverages like soda, energy drinks, and even fruit juices are loaded with sugar, which can have a devastating effect on brain health. Research has shown that high sugar intake can lead to insulin resistance, a condition where the body becomes less responsive to insulin. This condition has been linked to an increased risk of Alzheimer's disease, a type of dementia. Consuming sugary drinks regularly also leads to blood sugar spikes, which can create long-term damage to the brain cells responsible for memory and learning. Over time, this can impair your ability to retain information, solve problems, and think clearly. To protect your brain, it's crucial to eliminate or limit sugary drinks from your diet. Opt for healthier alternatives like water, herbal teas, or freshly squeezed juices that are naturally low in sugar. Not only will this benefit your brain, but it will also help you maintain a healthy weight and overall well-being. 6. Alcohol, the cognitive function deteriorator. While moderate alcohol consumption may have some health benefits, excessive drinking is one of the most significant contributors to cognitive decline and dementia. Drinking alcohol in large quantities can directly damage brain cells, impair cognitive function, and increase the risk of developing dementia. Chronic alcohol abuse can lead to a condition called alcoholic dementia, which results in memory loss, confusion, and difficulty with decision-making. Even moderate drinking over an extended period can have a negative impact on brain health, as it interferes with the brain's ability to form new memories and recall information. If you want to protect your brain health, limit your alcohol intake and aim to drink in moderation. For some people, abstaining from alcohol entirely may be the best choice to maintain cognitive function and reduce the risk of dementia. 7. Artificial sweeteners, the hidden threat to brain health. Artificial sweeteners such as aspartame, sucralose, and saccharin are often marketed as healthier alternatives to sugar. However, research has shown that these sweeteners may have detrimental effects on brain health. Studies suggest that artificial sweeteners can interfere with the brain's natural chemistry, potentially leading to cognitive decline and an increased risk of dementia. Aspartame, in particular, has been linked to a variety of neurological issues, including headaches, memory problems, and mood changes. While these sweeteners may help you cut calories, they could be doing more harm than good when it comes to your brain. Instead of using artificial sweeteners, consider switching to natural alternatives like honey, stevia, or maple syrup. These sweeteners are less processed and are less likely to negatively impact your brain function. Conclusion: your brain is one of the most vital organs in your body, and taking care of it should be a top priority. By being mindful of the foods you eat and avoiding or limiting those that can trigger dementia, you can significantly reduce your risk of cognitive decline as you age. Remember, a diet rich in whole, nutrient-dense foods like fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins is key to supporting long-term brain health. At Wisdom Candle, we believe that knowledge is power. Now that you're armed with the information on what foods to avoid and what to include in your diet, take the first step toward protecting your brain and well-being. Stay tuned for more health tips and advice on maintaining a healthier lifestyle. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of our future videos. Stay smart, stay healthy, and keep your brain shining bright.